Good afternoon, everybody. Brian Palmer here from the National Speakers Bureau, here with Tim Sanders, who's visiting our office. And he's talking today about his book, Social Opportunity. And I was asking him some questions and decided to capture it on tape about executives using social media to help them with their work, help them with their career, and help them with their business. A lot of people are interested, but they're not quite sure how and why to move forward. So Tim, why do you think that people my age, middle managers in large and small organizations should be concerned about their presence on social media?
So Brian, here's the way to think about it. Social media is a resource that's largely free to use. It's a very powerful resource. Think about YouTube, for example. YouTube is the #2 social media network in the world. Surprising. Social media is a phrase that describes media that anybody can produce and anybody can share. So obviously YouTube's an example of that. What an incredible resource if you sell a product or a service that's hard to understand. An explainer video on YouTube can drive the business. So the way I think about user-generated media, aka social media, is it's an incredible resource that we business folk can tap to do 3 things. To tune into the conversation about the problem our company addresses, to make valuable connections with people that we can't get in front of in the new world of everybody's mobile, and ways that we can help people that revolutionize the opportunity of networking and mentoring, and that's how I think of social media. What I don't think of it as an advertising platform, and I think that's where a lot of people got it wrong, and they thought, well, it's not like the Yellow Pages. Well, the Yellow Pages is nothing like social media either.
Well, what about the man or woman who really doesn't have anything to sell, and it's just them as an individual, and they say, well, why should I talk about myself on social media? Why be present there at all?
So from a business standpoint, even if you don't sell anything, your business success is driven by the power of your relationships. And even if you use social media to connect with the 10 most important people in your life, it still pays off for you if those 10 are more likely to go on Facebook in the morning than read the local newspaper or check their voicemail to see if you called. So I think it's really about asking yourself, where do your best customers, or where do your most important partners, where do they spend most of their time? And if the answer is they spend their time on LinkedIn or they spend their time, reading blogs, you need to be there to stay relevant.
2 or 3 of the social media platforms that you think business people should be, in the U.S., should be paying particular attention to?
So the most important piece of your social media program is your blog. No one can change the rules of your blog. When these social networks go public, they start changing the rules very fast. And if you set your camp up there, you can get burned. So I always say, have a blog, use WordPress as a platform, and think of the social networks as a way to drive traffic to your blog. With that being said, LinkedIn is going to continue to grow in its importance and its influence and its ability for you to make business-to-business contacts. I think in the financial industry, I think in B2B in general, and I also think with respect to recruiting employees, LinkedIn is the place to be. I think Twitter is going to overtake Facebook before the game's over with. There's not enough Twitter exhaustion when you look at the numbers. The people that are on Twitter, they actually maintain 99.5% of the people from last year. Facebook lost 7%. So I think that Twitter has a lot of legs, so to speak, and it's a great way for you to recognize people by the retweet. And I try to be the first guy on the scene to retweet good contact amongst my business partners every day, so I like that one too.
Thank you very much. Thanks for visiting.
Thank you.